Norm Duke has already won $38,000 to add to his $46,000 he's won already this year, and we're only in our 4th week. That's because he won the AC Delco Classic. Oh, 3, 6, 10.
This is the 3rd Choice Hotel Challenge. The first one, Amleto Monicelli won 2 years ago. Last year, Gene Stuss evened it for the senior players. Now, as you look at the leader, right now he's changing some tape in his ball. You know, you take that little break. Look at how nervous he is, Chris. You can still see him shaking. And right now, he needs to put a little tape in the ball to keep that thumb hold feeling real good. Players on this use the holes as tight as they possibly can. This fella really likes it tight.
All right, covered the 3 pins. Doesn't look that comfortable when he gets at the line, but sticking maybe a little.
Well, only 123 pounds. He's also using a lot of effort to fire that ball down there, where Dickinson with the 6 feet 4 inch ectomorphic body doesn't have to use all that effort.
Okay.
He's skinny.
Okay. And he loved the skinny pen. Didn't like it either.
Gary Dickinson, I wish I could just go out there and coach you right now. I saw this yesterday morning. He has a style very similar to us older players where it's down and in. He needs to move his feet to the right and then throw the ball right at the 1-3 pocket. It'll set right there. And normally that won't happen, so he hasn't tried that shot, and he's going to need it to win this match.
Okay, that is, well, we have 2 spares here in our challenge match. Winner take all if you just joined us. Good news on one of our professional bowlers.
Mark Mosabi, who was a finalist at the Quaker State last week, was worried whether he had a kidney infection or cancer. We're happy to say it turned out to be a cyst on his kidney, and he'll be back at the Bud Light next week.
Okay. Bud Light, Richmond Heights, suburb of St. Louis. Starting time, different, 2 o'clock Eastern, 1 Central. Duke in his first match of victory over Mark Williams shot a 211 to Mark's 206. Then he defeated the tournament leader, Walter Ray Williams, 226 to 213. 6 strikes in that match, 7 in the Mark Williams victory. Rotation.
Once again, we saw Walter Ray miss this 10-pin to lose. It was the difference in the match with Norm Duke. Here it looks like he apparently has it, but the center of the lane is dry, and as you get to that outside edge, it's very slick. Norm Duke gets a terrific break as the ball uses up all 62 feet of the lane, just nips the side of the 10-pin. Now, if that ball had gone in the channel, even though it may have popped out and knocked a 10, it would have not counted, but he stayed on the lane.
In the audience, I wish you could have seen the body English, including Karen. Steve Parker, Brian Sikorsky, a lot of people were really doing the body English.
Dickinson has to come right through here and actually throw it up the lane like this. Don't try to circle it, and he'll have a great shot. Whether he realized that or not remains to be seen. That's it right there, Gary.
About time, he says.
Chris, playing a bowling lane is like a putt. You can't get the best results if you don't play the lane the proper way. If you try to fight the lane, it'll win every time. Dickinson made the real good move there, started the ball in the dry area on the first or second board, rammed it right up the fourth board, and what he can do is the same thing on this lane. Start the ball right up in this area, try to hit actually light, don't try to hit solid, and he can put himself in the driver's seat with a 21-pin lead. There you go, right there. 50-year-old
Gary Dickinson of Edmond, Oklahoma, in a 21-pin lead. You know, bald eagles visit Edmonds Lake Arcadia every year from November till mid-March. This year, playing host to 4 adults and 1 immature bald eagle. Hooray.
On ABC.
Norm Duke in this challenge match. Covered a 10-pin for a spare in the 4th. Now you'll try to do the same here in the 5th frame, Bo.
3 10-pins in 5 frames. Duke is in trouble. He's trailing experienced Gary Dickinson by 22.
Swings in the 5th.
Chris, I believe Dickinson has it figured out. Let's watch him again. He's standing more to the right, pointing the ball at the 1-3 pocket. This is the lane he doesn't want to miss. It's a good angle to watch. He's going to start right at the 1-3. Keep the speed up. On this lane, it'll hit solid. Keep it up. It'll hit light on the other lane. He could get a big lead. Short follow through that time. Arm swing went about shoulder high. He wasn't loose. Now you got to be free with this shot. See, it just barely went up. If he had followed through all the way, I think he'd have forced that ball solid in the pocket. Gets away, breaks down the 4-10 split, has a 21-pin lead.
Last year, Gary, as Senior Player of the Year, won $112,825. And as we told you earlier, Walter Ray Williams, Jr., as the regular Tour Player of the Year, $296,000. But in this match alone, the winner take all. 25.
You can tell in his body movements that he has that feeling. He knows, look at the twinkle in his eyes. He feels he can win. Norm Duke, who's just banked $38,000 of Choice Hotels money in his treasury, has a little bit mystery in those eyes. And rightly so, because he's on the ropes. There's only one way to really make this split, the 2-4-8-10. And Norm Duke is armed with that shot. He'll probably try the super big hook. Needs to hook the ball, come way in from this angle, and get these pins over on the left-hand side there and drive these pins over into the 10. Very difficult shot. He's trying it.
Oh, great try. The man that had a perfect game at about 9:45 Oklahoma time this morning earned the right to get into the Choice Championship, which he won over Walter Ray Williams, Jr. And he gets a check after a while for $38,000. But Dickinson is a formidable 50-year-old foe. Want to answer that question, Bill?
How am I doing?
Just
well,
look at the sheet, right?
You know, every shot makes somebody happy, Chris. And he needs to get over here and drive the 2 into the 10 like this. But it didn't make he or Karen, his wife, happy, but it made Gary Dickinson happy.
But there's solace. He wasn't shut out today. He was a $38,000 winner, but this match is not over yet, of course.
The senior can slap him around with a strike right here. You could just close the book on this one. A second senior victory in the Choice Hotel Challenge in 3 years.
We have a cute little sidebar here. Bo, as you know, finished 9th here. He's got some senior tour playing. Well, arriving here was a bouquet of flowers with 2 balloons. Congratulations, Dad. I'm Nikki and Katrina, his 2 daughters in St. Louis.
And my little boys, Nelson
sure.
III and Brett.
Were they telling you something, Bo?
Well, they thought it was my last top 24. However, I'm going to bowl a few more tournaments this year, so I hope they're wrong, but thanks, kids. Right now, Dickinson in the driver's seat can take it out for $269. It's money in the bank, $25 grand.
Mom applauding. So is another native of Oklahoma. There's Mom. The other native, my friend Jack Thorpe, the Sac and Fox tribe, and his daughters, Andy Overland. A lot of Oklahoma friends in the audience. And one of the few friends Norm has found on the bowling lanes this afternoon. Goodness sakes. There's Jack Thorpe, the chief.
And you can't let this last shot of Norm Duke's pass by without a comment. He moved to the Gary Dickinson shot. Watch this. You want to see a versatile #1 player? #1 leading money winner. Forget the big hook. Watch this. He's going to go straight down and in. There you go. And he shows you why he's #1 right now. He's got all the shots.
Only his third strike in this challenge match with 25 to the winner.
Dickinson, a little victory lap. A luxury you're not often allowed on the PBA Tour. Come up in the 9th and 10th frames, match in hand, hometown people behind you, hometown pair of lanes, 25 grand in the bank.
Oh, that'll bring Gary's money up to about 30,000 this far this year. PBA and the ABC Hall of Famer. Steve Parker is the Vice President of Marketing for Choice Hotels. Harry Smith and Bob Hazard, Senior VIPs and Chairman President, couldn't be here, but we hope they're enjoying our telecast. Bad weather back east. How about that? He has strongbow 5.
Well, it's a matter of reading the lanes. A great story here, but a great lesson also, as Gary Dickinson showed how to adjust to a pair of lanes. Norm Duke also a little late adjusting to the pair of lanes, but it's Dickinson's day to carry the challenge. Norm Duke is the Choice Hotel Classic champion. Both winners.
What a challenge to accept. And this fella accepted quite a classic challenge, too, in the tournament victory over Walter Ray Williams. Okay. Big game for the Senior Tour
awesome performance by
champion of
Gary
last year,
Dickinson.
269, picks up 25. Winner takes